How was it for you? The bank holiday weekend, I mean. Terry Wogan on BBC1 now looks at disastrous British experiences in Wogan's holiday nightmare.
We're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a week or two. Fun and laughter on a summer holiday. No more worries for me or you. For a week or two. We're going where the sun shines bright.
Hang on a minute there. Stop that film right there. Holidays aren't really like that. Holidays are like this.
Well, let's see if it's true. To make our dreams come true for me and you.
Hello, and welcome to the show that blows the lid off this great British bank holiday. It's warts and all tonight. We'll be stripping the fancy wrapping off the holiday myth. Because there's an unwritten law that states you can't hate holidays. At least not openly. Just like nobody ever admits to being a rotten driver or no good in bed. Nobody wants to admit they had a rotten holiday. No matter if the caravan blew up, the hotel collapsed, your luggage got sent to the Hindu Kush while you were stuck at London Airport, you'd still say, oh, great holiday, yes, thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. I know some people who won't even admit that the weather was bad and the rain has been stunning the sheep for a fortnight. They always say, you should have been here yesterday. It was a lovely day.
Holidaymakers have had a frustrating day on the roads and in the air. At airports, delays built up during the afternoon.
Face another weekend of flight
Another
delays.
day of long delays at many airports. Thousands of people who'd been hoping to fly out on holiday have been left encamped in departure lounges.
Summertime, in the good old summertime.
24 hours at 10 o'clock today.
Oh, well, I'll beat you, mate. I've been here since 10 o'clock last night.
There have been hold-ups too on the roads. All approaches to the junction of the M4 and the M5 north of Bristol have been severely congested.
At Dover, Sealing says that travellers heading for France have been facing hold-ups, with cars now having to wait for up to 3 hours and coaches up to 6 hours. Sealing has put on an extra saving tonight.
The forecast for holidaymakers is further chaos ahead.
Baked it.
Want a sucky sweet?
Sucky sweet. I'll be sucking in that exhaust pipe in a minute. Much more of this. Yes, I always say that for a really super bank holiday treat, you've got to go a long way to beat 4.5 hours staring up a horse's bottom. So long now, I've forgotten what the other end looks like. Another half hour, I have to put in our Christmas card list. I'm virtually a friend of the family. Still there, even when I close my eyes. Like watching a party political broadcast by Kenneth Clark. Oh, God. 4.5 hours of unfettered misery. We haven't moved now for 20 minutes, to my knowledge. Where's that AA road map?
What are you looking at?
Ah, yes, here we are. Hell on earth. We've taken a wrong turning. Oh, God. I wish I was dead.
I wish you were dead.
I do. Poor old Victor. Poor old Victor. But he'll be there next year, same as you and me and the rest of us. And every year, around January, when the pain and the suffering of last year's holiday is but a vague memory, the cry goes up, let's go somewhere different this year. The four horsemen of the Acropolis. Pride, gluttony, envy, and sloth. Those two, of course, would never survive the trauma of holidaying abroad. They're better off staying at home, believe you me. Do you remember when they only allowed you to take 50 quid in cash out of the country? Wouldn't keep you in sangria and chips for 5 minutes these days. You need a separate case for your money now. That's another holiday nightmare, packing. My wife is a siege packer. Whether we're going for a month or a day, our entire world goes with us. Tennis rackets, golf clubs, ski boots, tiaras, ball gowns, shirts, suits, socks, loo rolls. You can't trust the paper. And when we get there, you find she's left the teddy at home. Of course, no matter where you go on holiday, there's one overwhelming drawback. You've got to travel. These days, that means airports. And there's something about airports that turns the most mild-mannered into Genghis Khan, and the whole families into Mongol hordes. You break your neck to get there on time, and guess what? The incoming flight hasn't left Alicante. Just not worth it. Well, you're better staying at home. My whole philosophy of holidays is simple. I never want to go anywhere or do anything that might mean I'll be less comfortable than I am at home. So that rules airports out for a start. But some people insist on putting themselves through the most appalling discomfort when they decide to hit the great outdoors. Now, I've never wanted to even sit in a tent, much less go camping. It's the reason I never joined the Scouts.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at Camp Granada. It's very entertaining. And they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining. I went hiking with Joe Spivey. He developed poison ivy. You remember Leonard Skinner. He got ptomaine poisoning last night after dinner. Take me home, oh mother, father, take me home. promise I will not make noise or mess the house with all boys. Oh, please don't make me stay. I've been here one whole day. Wait a minute. It stopped hailing. Guys are swimming. Guys are sailing. Playing baseball. Gee, that's better. Mata fata, kindly disregard this letter.
I still wonder we'd rather avoid camping and be in really one of that great rash of holiday camps that were the British post-war holiday phenomenon. Colditz all over again it was. An attempt to recapture the Dunkirk spirit, the camaraderie of the war in holiday camps that were more like prison camps. Chalets you wouldn't keep a dog in at home. Terrible food surrounded by prison guards masquerading as underpaid, unemployed entertainers. The French got the same idea about the same time. Club Mediterranee, lovely food, free wine, free spirits, and bikinis to die for. Of course, they don't always do things better on the continent, as the BBC's very own watchdog discovered when they collected these hotel horror stories. At number 4, we have newlyweds Anne and David McKissock. They went to the Panorama Apartments in Cyprus. Some panorama. Look at the bathroom. They were too frightened to use the shower in case water got into that electrical switch. At number 3, the Newmans and Morgans from Southampton. They booked a holiday apartment in Corfu.
There's no beach in sight, no swimming pool. There's absolutely nothing for the kids here. Nearly 1,600 quid we paid for this. See, look at this. String holding this thing together. You're going to put a baby in it.
I won't put a pig in it!
At number 2, Joyce and Ron Thomas from Cardiff were looking forward to peace and quiet on the Greek island of Zante. No chance. The builders started at 7 in the morning and hammered on into the evening.
I'm going to be on this, my holiday.
And now, number 1, the holiday of a lifetime for plane spotters. Unfortunately, Tricia Emmett isn't one of them.
Make of that then?
The brochure actually called this a tranquil hotel. I think it's that plane flying over in the night that puts the tin hat on it. You see, they don't pay any attention to Judith Chalmers, Cliff Mitchell-Moore, or Penny Junor, who've been going on for years about the perils of foreign parts.
Thousands of British tourists are about to set off for their holidays abroad, little knowing what dangers may lie ahead.
Watchdog's investigations have discovered that some tour operators are continuing to send British holidaymakers to dangerous hotels.
This week we investigate a cut-price holiday that went wrong. And is it still safe to go on holiday to Turkey after the weekend bombing?
This is the picture that the brochure painted of my beautiful luxury suite. That's old cliché. But with brochures printed more than 8 months before the season even begins, these things still happen.
We're often asked about credit cards stolen on holiday, so on your behalf, we checked with the credit companies. The general opinion is if you do steal credit cards while you're on holiday, you can safely use them for about a week. Things might start to get a bit hot. So our advice is, wherever possible, just take the cash.
Following that, I'd just like to say, particularly if there are any children watching, why aren't you on a beach somewhere, making your parents' holiday hell? Still, if the sun ever shines, what could be nicer than a day on a British beach? Yes, those were the days. Because the holidays of my youth were spent on a beach, somewhere, in a knitted swimsuit. Now, luckily, this snapshot was taken before I went for a swim. This is a whole generation whose self-esteem has been destroyed forever by the collapse of the knitted swimsuit in water. The holidays of my youth were spent in boarding houses, which bore more resemblance to Do the Boys Hall than havens for the pleasure seeker. I wonder if they still have those signs in the windows at Blackpool. Carpets in all main rooms. Free use of cruet. I remember meeting some very strange people at the seaside when I was a lad. And the nightmare in those days was money, cost of the holiday, and how the season was going.
The money here, as in all the other resorts on the south coast, as one understands, has not been so plentiful. People have determined to have a holiday, and having invested in their holiday, they haven't spent quite so much as they normally would hope to do in better times.
I am the managing director of one of the leading luxury hotels in the town. There is no doubt that this year we have had a very first-class season. In fact, a season as good as any since the war. Our visitors this year have been of the same class as usual. They are mostly the business executive or professional man with his family, coming for a week or a fortnight's holiday.
We have found this holiday has been far more expensive than we anticipated. You can well imagine with 3 children that it's not been an easy problem, and it is a good job we've been able to go out of doors so much. Still, anyway, we definitely proved it's been a better idea to have a good week's holiday than spread it over a fortnight and perhaps be miserable for the lack of capital.
We find that during the height of the season, the majority of our visitors come from London and the south of England, whereas in the early and late season, we draw our visitors from the Midland industrial cities, the Wirral Peninsula, and quite a smattering from Scotland.
To some, the season has been kind here, but more and more frequently did we hear stories about money being tight. Listen to the donkey man, Mr. Eric Wardle.
We've had a terrible season, and there hasn't been the money about. I don't think we've covered the expenses of the beach, the rent leak. And it's either been an ice cream or a donkey ride for the children, but they couldn't have both this year.
Either a donkey ride or an ice cream. That sums up the holiday story.
A donkey ride or an ice cream. They don't know the born. Now the choice is jet skis or paragliding. But don't think that the 1950s had the exclusivity on funny folk. Look what the 60s threw up, in the shape of a bug-eyed comedy genius whose idea of a holiday was a trip with the Margate Lightning Tour Company.
Mr. Glob? Glob, right.
I'm sorry I was late.
All right, it's all right.
I was unavoidably,
All right, it's all right.
unavoidably
All right,
detained
yes.
by circumstances beyond my control.
Behind schedule, sir, if you wouldn't mind, sir, yes.
Okay.
On your left, the House of Parliament. On your right, the Tower of London. On your left, Buckingham Palace. Right, Piccadilly Circus. Left, Trafalgar Square. Right, Lewisham. Left, the Upfields of Kent. And here we are at the seaside. Everybody back on the coach!
even though there's 8 European capitals in a week. It may look dangerous, Marty Feldman hanging on the back of a coach. But we've got some of your own home videos here, which make that look like a walk in the park. Final proof, if proof were needed, that holidays are dangerous things to be avoided at all costs. Whether you're hanging around the beach or hanging by your very toenails to a bobsled on the Cresta Run. Would ever want to go 90 miles an hour across the ocean waves on an old truck's inner tube? Holidays are supposed to be relaxing. Time to recharge the batteries. I suppose some people just can't sit still.
In the good old summertime, in the good old summertime. To the shady place with your baby. Hold her hand, she holds yours.
But even if that doesn't sate your craze for danger and destruction, there's the ultimate nightmare, the adventure holiday, the one sure way to come home on a stretcher. If you must go outside, then a day trip to the beach with your friends might be tolerable. To be fair, coach trips can be fun. Hard to beat the old East End pub outing, jelly beans and ice cream, Dell and Rodders to keep you company.
People stop and stare. I can't see their faces, only the shadows of their eyes. I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Banking off of the northeast winds, sailing on summer breeze, and skipping over the ocean like a stone. I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Banking off of the northeast winds, sailing on summer breeze, and skipping over the ocean like a stone. Everybody's talking at me, can't hear a word they're saying, only the echoes of my mind. I won't let you leave my love behind. No, I won't let you leave.
Didn't get me on one of those rides, I can tell you. I'm too young to die. Some people do have a marvellous time on holiday, can't wait to get back and tell their travel operator all about it.
Good afternoon. Oh, it's you again. I recently had the misfortune to book a 14-day, £22, cheap package holiday tour to Tossa del Mar. I wish to make a complaint.
I'm sorry, sir. But all complaints must be directed to the tour operators.
Certainly. Which prison are they in?
Yes. It is most unfortunate. They went bankrupt, I believe.
That is correct. Just after the plane crash-landed and just before the hotel fell down.
But, I don't understand. I mean, that tour was over 2 months ago. Why are you only complaining now?
Because I've only just arrived home, haven't I?
Why is that?
Have you ever tried to cycle from Tossa del Mar to Leeds?
Well, there you are. That's pretty much the height of it. You're better off at home, aren't we? That's my idea of a decent bank holiday. A drink by my side, unstressed, relaxed. Enjoying an evening in front of the television, watching other people having a lovely time on their holiday. And good luck to them.